Coach, talk to me a little bit about how your team's been so far this year.
Well, we put in a really good summer this summer, and I had one of my number one guy runners ran 300 miles this summer. We're talking about a guy whose freshman year, his best times were somewhere in the 22s, 21s, and now he's had a time this year in the 17s. And I feel like a lot of our runners that worked really hard this summer are seeing that payoff now. We have a lot of runners that did work hard in the summer, and they've also really stepped it up once the school started and season started, and their training has just been great, and it's put them in a pretty great spot. But I tell them, if you were to look at your ranks in Indiana, there's always going to be people that are really fast and maybe always people ahead of you. And so our team focuses a lot on giving the best they can at that day or being the best version of themselves that day. And I feel like the team this year has done a really great job at presenting themselves the best they can be on speed workout days and on distance days. And it's really exciting to see it pay off, on the cross-country course. So.
You have a fairly young team from what I've seen. You have not as many seniors as you usually do. Talk to me a little bit about how you've had to keep kids focused since they're so much younger than the others.
Well, it's interesting. We have 25 runners this year, and half of those runners are new to me. Some from junior high who ran junior high cross country, but some of them it's the first time they've ever ran cross country, and they're new to the sport. And I think it comes down to we've got some pretty strong leadership on the team, within the team. Our senior leaders, our captains, I think they've done a great job at leading by example and working hard in practice. And so it really hasn't been a struggle from the coach's standpoint to get kids to work hard, because our senior leaders have led by example and showed them, hey, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to work hard. And so they came in with really great attitudes, and our seniors and our leaders have had great attitudes this year. And it's contagious on the team. If you know that we're counting on you as a runner, or even if you're, an 8th, 9th place runner on our team, one injury or one thing that sets someone else back could mean it's your turn to go. And I think that just as the season's been going on, everybody's been working hard, because if it is their chance to go, they want to be ready for it. And, that comes down to just good leadership within the team. So it's been exciting. It's been fun. It's fun to see new runners come out, and their first time they run, they have a pretty slow time maybe. And then as the season goes along, they say, hey, I can do this. And they see the times drop, which gets them more excited to work harder in practice. And I'm hoping we just continue to see those times drop all the way through sectional, regional, and hopefully semi-state.
You have Winchester tomorrow, then you have TEC this weekend. Talk to me what you're looking forward to heading into those.
The junior high runs against Winchester, and the high school, our only meet left is for this week is TEC on Saturday. And TEC on Saturday, we've got our goals for sure. Every team goes into it. There's a website you can look at that has rankings. But what I think is really cool is, I've had a guy one time who was ranked 22nd going into TEC, and top 10 are all conference. And I saw him just run the best race of his life, work as hard as he could that day, and gave the best version of him on that day. And he ended up snagging that 10th spot going into the race, ranked 22nd. So it really does, training is super important, and all the work you do all season long and summer long. But also on race day, if you want it, you can accomplish some great things. And I've seen that happen. We have some people who are positioned pretty good right now as far as the rankings go in TEC. We also have some people that are kind of on the bubble. And I definitely have some people in that 22, 23 spot that could end up being all conference if they can pull it together on race day. I think on the guys and the girls side, we're looking to do some pretty exciting things. And the team's excited. We're in a good place mentally, and we've worked really hard for it. So I guess, you never know until race day, but I think they're ready, and I think they're excited to see what they can do on Saturday.
You mentioned you have sectionals this year in Connersville. Talk to me how you're looking from a team standpoint, and some of your individuals. How are they looking going into sectionals?
We have both teams have a really great possibility of moving on to regionals as a team. My guys' team, they have the best outlook they've had in a while as far as their rankings going into sectionals. And so if they can pull together on not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I think we're going to have a guys' team advance to regionals also. Our girls' team's advanced to regionals 7 of the last 8 years, and we're looking to continue that again this year. I think on the individual standpoint, we've got some people who can do some great things, and it just comes down to that day. Are they ready to run, and can they fight through some adversity, and can they pull together on race day? So we're excited. There's a lot of good things that we can see this year for Centerville cross country, and it's exciting to see seniors, all the work paying off. It's also exciting to see the new runners we have, their work paying off, and getting the first taste of running all conference or running in a regional race or advancing to semi-state. I'm hoping that I have several people advance to semi-state this year, but it comes down to race day. Can we do it? Can we pull together?